Welcome back to our Adaptive Cards learning series. I'm thrilled to have you here for Chapter 3. In our previous chapters, we explored what adaptive cards are and why they're revolutionizing the way we present information across platforms. Today, we're rolling up our sleeves and getting hands-on. By the end of this video, you'll have your development environment ready, and you'll create your very first adaptive card from scratch. Let's dive in. Before we jump into creating cards, let's talk about the tools you'll need. Think of these as your creative toolkit. Each tool serves a specific purpose in your adaptive card development journey. There are 3 essential tools we'll be using. First, the Adaptive Card Designer, your visual playground for designing cards. Second, the Schema Explorer, your reference guide to understand what's possible. And third, Visual Studio Code, your professional editor for working with JSON. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need 3 different tools? Great question! Each tool complements the others, and together they create a powerful development workflow. Let me break down each one for you. Let's talk about the Adaptive Card Designer. So, what exactly is it? The Adaptive Card Designer is an interactive, web-based tool provided by Microsoft that lets you design and preview adaptive cards visually. Now, why do you need this tool? Well, there are 3 main reasons. First, it has a drag-and-drop interface that makes it incredibly easy, even if you're a complete beginner. Second, it instantly shows you how your card will render across different host applications. We're talking about Teams, Outlook, Windows notifications, and more. You can see exactly how it'll look in each one. And third, it automatically generates the corresponding JSON schema for you. No need to write all that code from scratch. Where can you find it? Just head over to the Adaptive Cards Designer. I'll leave the link in the description below. Here's a pro tip. Start every new card in the designer. Use it to visualize and test your layouts before you dive into fine-tuning the JSON. It'll save you a ton of time and headaches. We will discuss about it in details in upcoming videos.
Next up, we have the Schema Explorer. So what is the Schema Explorer? It's a documentation tool that lists all the elements, properties, and schema definitions available for adaptive cards. Think of it as your complete reference library. Why is this tool essential? Let me give you 2 key reasons. First, it acts as your reference guide whenever you want to know which elements or properties are supported. No more guessing or trial and error. Second, it helps you avoid invalid JSON by showing you the allowable values and required fields. This means fewer errors and faster development. You can find it at the Schema Explorer page, and again, the link will be in the description. Here's a powerful tip. Use the Schema Explorer side by side with the designer for faster learning. Here's the workflow. Experiment in the designer to see things visually, then confirm the details and specifications in the Explorer. This combination will accelerate your learning curve dramatically. Now let's talk about Visual Studio Code, or VS Code for short, for JSON editing. What exactly is VS Code? It's a lightweight but incredibly powerful code editor from Microsoft that's perfect for working with JSON files. So why do you need this in your toolkit? There are 3 major reasons. First, it provides syntax highlighting, auto-completion, and error checking. This means you'll catch mistakes before they become problems, and you'll code faster with intelligent suggestions. Second, there are extensions available specifically for adaptive cards. These extensions supercharge your workflow and make card development even smoother. Here's an important tip. Even if you love using the designer, and you should, always polish your final JSON in VS Code before production use. Think of the designer as your creative canvas and VS Code as your professional finishing studio. This ensures your code is clean, optimized, and production ready. Alright, now let's dive into understanding the JSON structure of an adaptive card. Every adaptive card is represented in JSON. That's JavaScript object notation. To effectively design and debug your cards, you need to understand the basics. Don't worry, it's simpler than it sounds. Let's break down the root properties. These are the foundational elements of every card. First, there's the type property. This is always set to adaptive card. Pretty straightforward. Next, we have the version property. This defines which adaptive card schema version your card follows. Think of it like choosing which rulebook you're playing by. Then there's the body property. This is an array of card elements, your text blocks, images, containers, and more. This is where the content of your card lives. And finally, the actions property. This defines interactive elements like buttons that users can click. Let me show you an example JSON skeleton to make this crystal clear. At the top, we have type, set to adaptive card, and version, set to 1.4. In the body array, we have a text block element with the text, "Welcome to adaptive cards." And in the actions array, we have an action, open URL button with the title, "Learn More," that links to the adaptive cards website. Here's the key point you need to remember. JSON is strict. Really strict. A missing comma, a missing quote, or a missing bracket will break your entire card. The good news? VS Code helps you spot these errors quickly, so you're not pulling your hair out trying to find that one missing character. Alright, let's wrap up this chapter with a quick summary. So what have we covered today? First, you've set up your essential toolkit. You now have the Designer for visual creation, the Schema Explorer for reference, and VS Code for professional editing. These three tools form the foundation of your adaptive cards workflow. Second, you've understood the JSON backbone of every adaptive card. You know about the type, version, body, and actions properties, and how they all work together to create a functional card. And third, you've built and validated your very first Hello World card. Congratulations! That's a huge milestone. With these foundations firmly in place, you're ready to move on to the exciting stuff, designing more complex cards and exploring advanced features. In the next chapter, we'll take everything you've learned and start building cards that really showcase what adaptive cards can do. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone who might benefit from learning adaptive cards. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep building.